Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase. Okay, last time we were building out this stack, which I have now completed, and one thing that should immediately strike you, well it certainly struck me, was that there's basically no queuing of trains here at all, although right at the moment we do appear to have one train here, so maybe it's gotten slightly better and another one coming in. So yeah, my point's kind of not entirely there, I suppose, but certainly there's room for more ore trains. Like this one up here is not going to get immediately replaced like it's supposed to, so I'm thinking that I need more ore trains, either that or I need to redirect some of these somewhere else. That might be a good idea in any event. So I think what we're going to do first is come up to this one and establish a new double platform just here. Should also be worth noting that we are on version 16.42 now. As far as I'm aware, there shouldn't be anything earth-shattering in the update. Not quite sure why that's as low as it is. What sort of numbers are we doing? Basically 6,000 a minute consumption, and we still don't require the full 6,000 a minute with some of these. They're still burning through old buffers. Actually, while we're on the production, let me quickly show you the all-time figures. 2 billion iron plate, 1.3 billion copper plate, and 1.1 billion electronic circuit, excuse me. For other circuits, fairly impressive numbers as well. And that's without actually doing very much of our objective, since we've been focused on this one instead. So anyway, what I want to do is probably run over here, check what our loadout is. I probably should have done some of this before. It looks like, well, I've got miners on me. It looks like we have some miners on here. Yeah, that's probably enough, because we don't need that many. Alright, if I tell it to send me up to iron 18, that will put me in the right sort of area. Let's head to iron 18. Circuit condition, off we go. And yeah, let's just have a look at, we're doing over 400k iron plates a minute. Well, 390 over the last minute already, which is quite good. Now obviously the plan is to do this side as well. I finished clearing out, so the bots did leave a little bit left behind, so I cleared it out and manually dropped it off down here to recycle it. And clearly it would seem now that we probably have too many trains coming in here. How many trains do I actually have going to this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5. Well, it's probably worth it to tell another train to go to... Oh, actually, we'll worry about that later. I don't want to end up in iron 18. So we'll go to manual mode, so we can keep on going. It's not that far, it's just a little way up here. We're almost there. Basically here, let's back up a little bit. That's probably further than we need, but that's a good start. I might just grab some resources first. I'm not going to need all of this rail, but a bit of it will help. train stops as well, so I guess I kind of just want a line straight through from wherever it goes to, if it's more or less centered on this piece. Not that I can center it quite as well as that, I don't think, but first things first, let's get rid of trees. Then let us remove signals 1, 2, 3. Is that what we need, or do we need a bit? I think we probably need more than that. Or maybe not. Yeah, there you go. So that's roughly where I wanted it, I think. Now let's get our straight section. Actually, we may as well grab our train at this point. I don't think there's any other traffic here just at the moment, but it'll be easier to not have to run back here when we need to top up our gear as we lay it down. There we go. That's the one there that I want, I think, so let me just see how this is going to fit in, ideally. Something like that, which is I'm not going to need that guy. In fact, I can probably just clear him. Because I can always grab them again if I need them. Yeah, let's free up a bit of space. Some tree clearance. Have a sip of my drink while this goes on. Excuse me. Oh, and up here, of course, as well. I think I can definitely put another straight section in, or at the very least we want to get somewhere there, somewhere near there. Thought about it for a while. And then no, that is actually probably one length too many. So if we were to delete that one, doesn't actually line up perfectly, but it's fairly good. If we go like so. Now, just for completeness, I'll put these wires in. Oh yeah, need one of those. Do we actually need these? I don't think they actually help as much as I thought they would. Those, if we're going to do that, we need to change that and that to rail signals and fix this one as well. Right, this can get the next iron label. iron 27. I mean, we're going through the resources fast enough that we need to build some replacement ore patches anyway. I probably need to get some more stack inserters out of the engineering train. We could probably move a little bit closer. It probably doesn't have any bots on it, and I don't have any bots, so that is one thing that we'll have to come back with, but we only need about 400 or so. What do I need? I needed those. That'll be plenty. Yeah, those are there. Okay. Oh, and 277's finished. Well, for now we'll just press on with these. Probably the only tech that I might do prior to switching over to SpaceX Science might be a revisiting of the bot carrying capacity, but not until we've done everything that we can for improving performance in a completely vanilla way. So, is that the one? Yeah, that's the one we've been using, I think. So, something about like so. 1, 2, and on the other side. That should suffice. That's possible I don't have enough. I know we have speed modules on board. We still have there they are, speed modules. We still have miners, so we probably had enough of those as well. Alright, let's just run through here, make sure they all have speed modules. Oh, and power. We'll have to make sure they all have power. That would seem to be it. Alright, so they just need bots now. And bots and trains, and we can bring that online. Very good. Okay. Back onto the engineering train. Don't start. Oh, you won't fill up because you don't have any bots, of course, so that's not such a big deal. Actually, we can pilot this directly if we go to iron smelting, hashtag iron smelting 1. That will take us back to where we were. We can basically order some bots here. Since we cancelled the order back over here because we didn't need it, it's fully delivered. Actually, this is banking up because I don't think the steel is getting used as I don't think any of those are asking for steel, are they? No. But this one shouldn't be just sitting there. I try to do an update because I think, I mean, you can't really test a thing like this particularly well when you're using it to the extent I am with the very weak debug tools that you have with whatever this product is that you build everything with. Names escape me at the moment because I'm not really thinking in those sort of terms, but basically I need a small test environment to test a few things because I know there's something that's not 100% correct. I mean, it works pretty well on the whole, but there's a couple of things that aren't quite perfect, which need to be sorted out. So that was oil silo fuel 2. So there shouldn't be fuel sitting around there. There isn't. What's this? That's plastic, right? And there's none sitting there, so that's actually correct. So we seem to be slightly short of fuel, which probably is partly because of these refueling stops as well. So that's why I want to change to this fuel, because it will use a lot less. So instead of 10 rocket fuel times 3, or 30 per carriage, so 180 rocket fuel would be down to 6 rocket fuel basically. Is that right? No, 3 of those. It would be down to 18 rocket fuel. It's still a massive saving. So we use 1/10 the amount of rocket fuel for the train network. Over time, that's a pretty massive saving, and there's no shortage of nuclear, so that's certainly not something we need to worry about. So I'm guessing that there is no iron train sitting around. I might need to change up this whole thing. Oh good, we're back. We're back over here. So yeah, I wanted to order some bots. Is any of this on? That's off, and that is off. Very good. Let's go in here, get rid of that, order up just 400 bots, turn that on. It shouldn't take very long. So yeah, you see a fairly efficient flow of these now. I probably needed some more signals up there, which, since we are in the vicinity, will do that. But of course, the thing that I really want to do is the other side, this side over here. I'll get to that very, very soon. Probably means I don't have enough signals along here either. Let's add a few more in. Ooh, just stay a little bit shy of the rails. There, that should be a little bit better. Now up here we want the same sort of thing. Just the ability to move on, not get caught. Should do. Oh yeah, that does have one. Good. Okay, so that is the ore. Not delivered yet. Okay, so what exactly we're going to do here? Well, I mean, this can probably end up being more of a sideways thing like this, although I am thinking that we're close to the point, like we're always kind of struggling for iron to get out, and especially if it's travelling at an even greater rate. Like this won't stop at all, it will be on its way immediately. This has actually shrunk a little bit, so that's good. But it is iron still that we're short on, so whatever improvement we can do here is definitely worthwhile. What's this? Is this? Ah, there is our bots. So let's grab those bots. want bots in the amount of 400. Sure we're not auto trashing, good. There you go, 400. Dash back up to iron 27. Far too many to search through now. We won't need that stop. Not for a little while. So yes, we're about to also get the 17,000th satellite launched. Guess that's something of a milestone. And how many other things do we have before we do go straight for SpaceX science? Well, basically I think it's probably just I want to do these revamps to this iron, probably this copper, maybe one side of this copper, definitely try and do it to this iron. I could probably do it to one side of this iron and maybe the steel stack as well. So there's quite a few just stack adjustments. Obviously we need to fix this up. The whole copper thing is going to very shortly be moved to an external based copper rather than having any internal at all. The only internal at the moment is this one. We're not going to wait for this to be exhausted because iron is also going to be in that boat very soon. We've just got that 12 million there. And then this copper could easily just, if this line wasn't here, the copper could easily just run underneath that and join up here somewhere. So that's probably what will happen. Where are we? Oh, we're here already. Okay. Now, before I put the bots in, I don't want to start loading up the engineering train, so let's move it out of the way. That should do. Okay, there's your 400. I guess I will add your trains sort of between episodes. There's iron smelting 1, there it is. So, yeah, so this one here, this oil, there's no real need for oil to come up to here. So if I made a more elaborate, you know, like 4-way junction here, it doesn't have to be hard against this because this one could serve the process. I mean, this is dead completely, so it could serve the process by wrapping around here and coming up here just as easily as coming down here. And in fact, I think that's probably what we're going to do as a bit of preparation. Realistically, we probably won't complete this whole thing. In fact, I might just walk you through what I have in mind. I guess we're obviously going to move this over as far as possible to try and get it out of the way. And then, yeah, it's sort of like a 4-way coming in somewhere here. We're going to want to move this setup basically right over. So I guess we'll see what we can do once we're back. Oh, this is awkward. Right, we need to change some of these signals. Whoops. It's on map mode. We obviously don't... since I redid this, I obviously forgot about this part. At least it has fast replace. Okay, so I guess what we will do is we'll go back to manual, we'll back up. Oops. No, good, it's coming on the inside. And now we can go back to iron iron smelting 1, or go auto again. Oops, go auto again. Hopefully that will sort out our issue there. I mean, this part isn't even going to survive all that long. Ah, yes, that's right. I was also going to move one of these to iron 18, I think. So iron 18 only has 4 trains going to it. So I really wanted to increase that to 5, I think. Although getting rid of this would kind of be quite nice too, so it's just we get this sort of situation a little bit too often, which we can't really manage. Oh. Well, they're both about to fill up and go. Which will be fine, because it's really only these trains that wait here normally. Going in and out is not something that needs to be done by these trains particularly often. So that should clear the path for us. Use this opportunity for another sip of my drink. That's better. How's this? Yeah, we still don't have enough iron. When I get enough time, I'll add in the like we have here, the resource IDs, so you can actually see what all of these relate to. It's a little bit hard to be short at the moment. Right. What do we want to do? Okay, so maybe I actually want to drive over here, rip this out. Ooh, that's actually dropped a whole lot. I mean, it wouldn't even be the end of the world if I got rid of that. This copper needs to be redirected though. How many? We don't actually have that many. We're going to have to set up a new copper. Copper 11 can probably take at least 1. So you can go to copper 11. I know we started dealing with this sometime in the past. And what? Copper 5, full circuit. Copper 11, no, that's not what we wanted. We wanted circuit full, we'll get rid of that one. Empty, full, okay, delete. Copper 11. What other copper could take more? Copper 12 could probably take 1. This one looks oversaturated already. Copper 12 could certainly take 1. Oops. At least for now, copper 12 until inventory full. Delete that one. And that just leaves this guy, which yeah, I definitely don't want to send it here. I guess it will have to come up here. This will change fairly soon. This is probably hurting our UPS a lot. It's copper 17, so the other one can go to copper 17. Just to get rid of it. Copper 17 until inventory full. Get rid of copper 5. There we go. So we can wipe out basically all of this infrastructure. I'll turn this... Yeah, actually, we could just run a track along here. So I want to build a new 4-way over here. Let's jump back into our engineering train. And maybe... I'll tell it to send me to oil northeast, but stop it just up here, I think. Hashtag oil northeast. Ah, there you go, 17,000. Quite sure why we're running quite so badly. Construction manager is still 0.6. Trains are sort of on 4, which is pretty terrible. Entity 21. Whoops, we've gone far too far. Oh well. I'll just go all the way and then come back. I like to do something different while we are moving, because just going over train lines endlessly is not great footage, but sometimes things like that happen where you miss your turn off. Right. Need to be a little bit cautious around here. I think I'm good, and we'll take the bottom run. Slow down, you. Oh, thanks. I knew that was going to happen. Just knew it. Just as well. Yes, just as well we have extra locomotives on board. Go away, plastic train. So it's about here that I would like to... you can go manual so you don't annoy me. Add a new 4 to 2. I basically just want it so that it's not going to... I think that will be fine, so it doesn't intersect this thing, which it looks like here probably would be fine. So you can move up there. Let's delete the signals. Create that. I'm not sure that I have any fuel. That might be we'll see what we can steal out of here. There we go. And if we connect this up now, there it is. Give me a bit of space so that we can get this train out of the way. Let this annoying one resume. Yes, we do still have track. I mean, this is a 60k mine, so it's sorry, a 60k ore field, so it's not like we couldn't potentially use that if we decided to let iron stay on the inside for a bit. I am curious to see what happens when I move the copper completely outside, see if this changes for the better in any significant way. It should simplify some train pathing, but I don't know if it's really going to do that much by itself. Seems most things that seem to be likely to help in ways that aren't all that perceptible, or as soon as we've done them we end up having to do something that destroys the gain. So where are we here? I kind of want to cut through. No, I want to come way down here, don't I? Maybe a nuke. See if we can see an explosion, because that's always fun. Just too many trees. Forest fires can sort of help too, but they take too long and they still leave bits in the way, so a nuke seems to be better. Yeah, we definitely need another. Probably need another nuke too, actually. Just saves in the long run. And we do have a fairly good process of dealing with the wood. It ends up back in our Make Everything factory. But still, if you don't have to deal with it, that's even better, isn't it? If we turn there... Well, given we're getting rid of this, there's actually no reason why we couldn't do another segment just to be on the safe side. And that, of course, gives us an excuse for another nuke. Oops, I don't want to get caught in the trees. Now, I'm not actually carrying nukes specifically to blow up trees, but they do seem to be doing a pretty good job of it, so I guess that's why I am persisting with them. Now, corner piece. We're not out yet. Just a consequence of this very low UPS that there seems to be a noticeable pause between the bots picking up. Well, also, and the fact that you know, we've got massive construction manager requirements, and the logistic manager's also rather busy. So, yeah, all of that kind of adds up to a delay, a noticeable delay between issuing a command and actually having the bots do it all. Right, so need to rip out all of the stuff here. No, there's no point in picking up my wood. I'm just going to have to pick it up off you again. For the sake of remembrance, let's put another radar in there. It's quite a bit of stuff, isn't it? Oh well. Actually, let's just be 100% sure there's no more trains that come here. Good. And goodbye, Copper 5. Yet another one bites the dust. We're going to need to start unloading bots or something into here. Okay, that's fine. Keep on going. More bots. We can come back to finish the clearance there, but I would kind of like to establish what we need to press on with the iron smelter. Tons, don't we? Yeah. Oh, it's just our bots are now at that point where they actually need the other fusion reactors, portable fusion reactors, to give better performance. Now, guys, I know we haven't really achieved exactly what we wanted to, but this episode will go on forever if I do all of this live. So I think we're going to have to call the episode, even though we haven't finished the iron stack. But you've got the general idea, and I'll get some of this done, pulling out this, probably making a copy of that, and seeing if I can get this in a position where we can, maybe I'll even relocate that between episodes so that we can just put in our new stack. Let's keep that research going. Put in our new stack. Oh, this part, the pre-stackers, and hopefully it will all fit. So that's what we have. That's where we'll be in time for next episode. Thanks for joining me for this one, and I look forward to seeing you then when we can continue with this ever closer approach to getting on with the SpaceX, extreme SpaceX. See you later, guys. Bye bye for now.